Okay, so I got a request to look at the effect of the Fukashima leak on life. Human, plant, water, because it had a huge effect on the water, naturally. And humans do not have that resistance to radiation, like the tardigrade, for instance. So this is not a good thing to be surrounded by a radioactive leak. We're already surrounded by tons of radiation and Wi-Fi and this and all that. So let's see. Fukashima Leak. Its effect on life. There's the High Priestess. This is not... One, it's not widely reported. Two, I believe it will be worse than thought, because there seems to be some sort of attempt to keep it under wraps. The High Priestess is the secret card. Prince of Swords. The Emperor. So those in charge, those on the inside, those who can bring the truth, are not interested in doing that at all. So there's our setup. Here's the King of Wands. There is the Tower. Yeah, this is it's a cover-up, because the truth will bring a sudden end to that cover-up. Because this is, I can't pronounce it. It's Wajat, W-D-A-J-A-T or something like that. It's an eye of truth. It's an eye, sometimes the eye of Horus. It's also called, it's an eye of healing, protection. So this blowing this lid off of this tower is basically taking the crown from the Emperor, the crown from those in charge, blowing the lid off with the truth, with the protection. Wheel of Fortune. So then the turns, the tide turns and the fate turns. The Princess of Cups. Now this is the card in the fear, so that's the one you don't really want to see. This is as far as animal life, I don't have anything yet, but as far as us, I see this more as a neurology problem right now, neurological problem. Because the Princess of Cups deals with your creative aspect, so your brain. Three of Wands. It's also a bone problem. Star. This is a internal problem. So like your nervous system, your guts, and your immune system. Four of Wands. There is an effort though. So it's not ignored. It's just not completely, you're not in the clear. because I get brain, bones, and nervous system. I didn't see anything on the environment. But that's the effect that it's having right now. This does not seem to be worldwide or widespread. But the fact that it's there at all, because they're not the only ones with nuclear reactors. Ace of Wands, Two of Wands, and the Hermit. So yeah, there is a new action to find a cleanup, complete cleanup. Four of Cups, there is offer because the government did step in to help with such a thing. Just took some money. There's the people involved. So it is being addressed. It's just not, I mean, it's almost impossible to reverse what's been done. But I guess the word of solace would be that at least someone is trying. But it did affect a lot of people, probably a lot more than they thought, especially the nervous system. The inside. It's not just bones and brain. That's a little more in the minority, but the majority, that immune system and that nervous system, systems itself, like the things you can't transplant. That's what was affected most of all.